I'm saying it, this game is starting to suck. So I've seen a lot of videos where people have been talking about the recent downfall of Infinity Nikki, and I hardcore agree. 3D Nikki open world, the first thing you'd be thinking is, whoa, that is insane. Like, that's big. That's something that's like, wow. Like, who wouldn't want that, right? And if you've played Infinity Nikki for a while, then you probably know that the game is just downright dead. So I want to explain a rough overview of my experience with Infinity Nikki. So I played this game before the retcon, and Nikki actually had an objective. So we know that she wore this really lovely dress, and she was in a dream state. She was at home. It made sense. And then suddenly they effed it up. They just made her go in this depressing world or realm where she somehow messed things up. I don't know what drug they consumed, but okay, that's crazy. So yeah,
what a lovely sunny day.
This outfit was literally the reason why a lot of people played Infinity Nikki. This was the ultimate objective, to get this outfit. So when you play the main story, you get sketches for this whole outfit, and then obviously, you believe it or not, you have to craft it. So what has the retcon actually done? It's done more damage than you think, and a lot of the player base just downright quit. The company became greedy, things in the stores became expensive, and of course, the story was just flipped up. It was just strange. So I want to explain my direct experience, and this was pre-retcon. I haven't played it in a while, and then all of a sudden, the story reset. So everything I've been playing since then was reset. And I was mad because, damn, the whole thing changed. Thankfully, I did play the original story, and it was so much better than whatever they dished out. And I think Giovanni especially had a very good character trait. I do not know why they destroyed something that was working. You had millions of people playing your game. Why did you disturb its peace? Is someone like some kind of freak where they're like, oh, everyone's so happy, let me destroy it? No, it was like, quote unquote, perfect. Well, obviously there's going to be some flaws, but it was such a good game. And then they destroyed it. Okay, let's say that afterwards we came back to it. So I had an on and off phase with Infinity Nikki. I was there for the first season. Okay, by season, I mean the very, very first update, so 1.1. I was there during then. And then I took some breaks here and there, but I properly got back into the game, interestingly, after the retcon. Life happened. I didn't have time to play as much. And then, of course, I played afterwards, and boom, retcon. And I was like, what the flip is this storyline? Why is it so dark? Why is it so gloomy? How did we go from her being at home to her being, oh damn, porky, prickly? Seriously, how did we go from that? And Infold thinks that just by giving us cute outfits, cute sceneries, we will forget this. No, as a player from the beginning, we won't ever forget that update. But how do we understand it in a different way? Why do we still play Infinity Nikki? Let me explain. So, after the crazy story happened, and of course I was WTF'd by it, I actually got into this game consistently, by the way, with the witches theme. So if anyone remembers the banner with the witch and the scarecrow, I think it was a scarecrow, I was into it pretty much all the time since then. And nowadays I don't fully commit unless I have dailies, but who actually gives one anymore? And that's the issue. All we have are freaking dailies. So if you have Itzaland as well, because that's also a main quest itself, it's not half as long as, the very first storyline for Wishful Orosa. We give them a chance. Okay, wow, it's not that bad because it's still Infinity Nikki. We still have decent points. But then we understand this after the storyline is over, everything becomes hella repetitive. Okay, fine, side quests, and I do like how they unlock themselves. I do like how the game always relates you back to something. Thanks. But don't we get bored of these quests? We don't have miracle outfits to unlock anymore. We don't even have that. And when we play the exclusive ones, you know, for the banners and stuff, we don't do anything. We just get an outfit temporarily. Okay, cool. And then that's it. So I feel like what Infold is doing, besides being greedy, like pretty much a lot of corporations at this point, is they're just dishing out banners to just attract people. And I'm saying it for what it is, okay? If no one else has the nerve to say it, that's literally what they're doing. They know their player base is loyal to banners, so they just give you these banners, give you an exclusive quest. You know, they give you so many ways to grind, and it works, okay? It sucks. It works. So when you do your events and stuff, right? Look at this, login gifts. That's at least 7 days of keeping your players interacted with the game. And of course we do love the revelation crystals, but what the hell are we doing? Because once you get the 5-star ability outfits, for example, it's fun, it's cool, but what the hell am I doing? Okay, fine, I get to use an ability, but there's no quest. There's nothing I can do besides just roam the world, and there's just nothing. So Info needs to up its game, because I thought after Italand we'd perhaps have something even remotely close to the Wish for Orosa moment. That's OG, okay? That's OG. Wishfield was everything and will always be everything. But I just can't enjoy this game that much anymore. I do commentaries because I just feel like it's good for helping me, you know, farm. But I don't actually play this game just generally unless I'm recording. Unless I have the story modes to complete, I don't really play this. There's nothing to do much. I don't even know where I'm going. You guys don't even know where I'm going. So the thing is, even with games like Heartopia, when at first it seems fun, it's the same old, you're just farming and then doing those daily tasks. It's just something that is just so tiring. And with Infinity Nikki, I've never grown so attached to a game before like this. I mean, I have had games I've been attached to, but nothing girly like this. That I've been like, whoa, I'm actually talking about it in a video. This is something that really matters to me. This game has helped me when I was feeling low, when I was just needing a break from life or just whatever. And they botched it so bad. Forget the retcon. Everything else is just getting boring. Because look, we have this nice banner, okay, 22 days, fine. But what are you going to do? You're just going to keep farming and then hopefully get it. It's fun, okay, you just play and then, oh wow, I got the 5-star, oh wow. Like, cool, you get a new ability. But then you move on to the next trend. You move on to the next one. It happens. And then what's going to happen 22 days later? Oh wow, new teaser trailer. But that's it. All we're going to do is get new 5-stars, new 5-star whatever's 4 stars, and we're just going to roam around the open world and do absolutely nothing. And that's what I just don't like. I just want more things to do in this game. Side quests are not it, and I want more miracle outfits. I know some people will probably mention this because Info does actually have a player survey which they want you to fill in, and you talk about what you want to improve on their games and stuff, which is actually very thoughtful of them. But I don't think they're executing enough, or I feel like maybe not enough people are mentioning that the game needs more miracle outfits, more things to actually freaking do. Because Nikki's whole point is she's a stylist. She makes things happen. She has miracle outfits. She gets materials. You should be keeping us busy by making us farm for materials for outfits that are needed, instead of making us just go for these stupid banners. Because we're going to lose the appeal. At one point, even the banners will not even keep us. I am loyal because Infinity Nikki is great, but honestly, I don't know how long I can handle this repetition for. So if you're someone who's been playing Infinity Nikki, I want to know your thoughts. I want to know thoughts from people who've been playing it since day one and people who just got into it. Because of course there'll be contrasting opinions, but inevitably they'll both lead to the same thing, because it's just farming once you finish the main storyline. And I can't be bothered to go through the main storyline again. To be honest, I preferred the first one. I have no idea why they changed it so drastically. It was such a good game, but I guess that's what greed does when people get too much out of it. The next story I will get is not till at least another 23 or 4 days because they have a server maintenance. But I do see myself still playing. It's just, I don't know how long I can keep looking at limited banners, only to just hope for something to be working. It just feels tiring. Like, who can be asked to farm all the time? And even when you do, what are you supposed to actually achieve? You're just gonna keep running around, collecting materials, not even doing anything. Maybe if you're lucky, you can craft one of those 3-star outfits and get a baldy crystal, whatever. Which is another stupid thing. Another dumb thing that Info does is the 3-star outfits. So if I go to, let's see, if I go to just any 3-star, okay, forget this one. Let's do, there is one, this one. It's a 3-star. Why the fudge do I need a bedrock crystal? Infold, what the hell? And essence? Why am I going to do the animal grooming ability plus the essence just to get a 3-star? That's one thing this game annoys me with. And there's just so much as well that bugs me about the game. It does shatter my heart that they had to do that. Because I'm talking about the old Infinity Nikki, but we do need to give it a chance as well. Because it is what it is. It's just one of those things. That was the 1.5 update. Wow, crazy. But honestly, I don't know how long I can keep this up. These banners look cool now, but eventually it's just gonna be another banner, another 5-star. What's gonna happen next? I don't know what the future of Infinity Nikki is gonna be anymore. I don't know if Inford's even gonna listen to their player base at this point, especially since they already made a major change. But yeah, let's take it as, okay, we still play amidst the retcon, which is still something that's loyal from my end. I'm gonna take a picture of this guy. A new outfit, you're just getting a fancier way of being bored. That's it.